Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we've got Brawl Talk sneak peek day. In the sense like we can talk about Brawl Talk is literally coming tomorrow. You guys should have known that already. But we're going to be taking a look at everything we kind of know already in terms of what we've seen on social media, in terms of predictions, in terms of what I want to see inside of this Brawl Talk. Creators haven't been sent a Brawl Talk just yet. So yeah, this is just plainly me thinking and theorizing for myself. First and foremost, I'm a Brawl Stars fan, so, and a Stranger Things fan. So yeah, let's take a look at this graphic on your screen right here. So you can see if we click on it, this is clearly season 1, and it's just all little Easter eggs from Stranger Things, which I absolutely love. Again, not everyone will get these references, but I'll try my best for the people that haven't watched the show to kind of give you guys a little bit of context behind it. So this painting on the left hand side, you probably would have seen a lot of people dress up as Stranger Things characters for Halloween. I did it a couple of years ago. I believe this is Hellfire Image Hellfire Club. That is a club full of like all the nerds that play Dungeons and Dragons. Eddie, famously leader of it. Really cool lore right there. Then we see the Brawl box there, which is it does look like the Brawl box. It is a bit cut off though. And then you see this image right here with Brawl Talk and the lights. Basically Will from season 1 could communicate in the upside down, so literally the world upside down where all the demogorgons and evil people are. I'm trying to summarize it. He was stuck there and he communicated through the lights to the real world. So that's just a lore behind the lights, but it's very iconic and everyone always thinks of Strange Things, they think of the lights. So you can also see here, we see just a picture. I don't know why Kit is on a pillow. It looks like a ritual. Yeah, let's just kill Kit. Maybe Kit's getting a million nerfs to the hypercharge. Anyways, we see the waffles on the plate right here, or the Eggos, or whatever you guys want to call it. It's what 11 famously likes to eat. And then just trying to take a look at other things. I mean, the only really other things you can decipher here, you've got like Spike, which is the Mind Flayer. The Mind Flayer is a famous like villain really in season 2, 3, 4, every single season basically. He's like the big spider villain that's just taken over Hawkins. So very scary character. That would actually suit Spike pretty well. So I don't know whether that's actually going to be a Spike skin or anything like that, but that's about it in terms of what we can see from the graphics. So I'm going to bear with me. I'm a little bit sick, so I'm trying my best. I'll be back streaming Monday. Anyways, we see here, Lana actually put out a cool little doodle that she did this morning as soon as the sneak peeks came out, which is just hilarious. Like, look how cursed Spike looks. Imagine if he was actually the Mind Flayer. That's a good representation of what the Mind Flayer is, guys. It like completely took over the town. It is a massive shadow monster, and you can see here like that is the context behind it. So I just want to show you guys like a few of the doodles that Lana did, just because it's not really a lot of concepts out there, and Lana does some great drawings. Don't know Lana, she's my wife, but she was the only person to really do any type of Brawl Stars Strange Things. Kind of like, when was it, like 2 years ago. She just did it for fun because she likes Stranger Things, but that was why everybody's using her arts, if you see it in shorts and whatever, because she was one of the only person to theorize this. Anyways, you can see Hopper and Bull. This would make a good theory because Bull was in the animation. Hopper is seen as this like ultra like angry guy, and he's like a macho, you know what I mean, like he's this brute force. He very much resembles Bull. And you got to think a lot of these collaboration skins normally link to the lower rarity brawlers, just because everyone has access to them. So that's why we see a lot of Colt collaboration skins. That's why we see a lot of like Jesse. It's why we see a lot of Bull, etc. You see a lot of the same type of brawlers most of the time. But I think this is very fitting for Hopper, in my opinion. I think Bull is literally perfect. And then the next one is Carl and Dustin. So I was saying to Lana, I think Carl would be the best one for Dustin. So, you know, I have some good like theories, but I just can never visualize it. So this is like perfect with Dustin here. If you guys don't know Dustin, again, he's like a big nerd, and because of his front 2 teeth were missing, is like he speaks very much like Carl, like the very stereotypical nerd. They've really tried to play into the stereotypes and Stranger Things with Dustin, and it completely mimics Carl, in my opinion. So this is a good way to make it like Carl. I think this is perfect. This is absolutely beautiful. And then the ones that I've shown you already before, with Max, with the Demogorgon, with 11, Shelly, and the Egos, and I must call it Ego. I can't remember what I called it. Anyways, Eddie with Poco, but actually, because she did this 2 years ago, and I think Draco wasn't in the game, Eddie could easily be Draco as well, so I wouldn't be surprised there. And then Vecna and Baron. So, in terms of the Brawl Talk here, so I just want to quickly show like the Brawl Talk dates from prior, because if you see in the comments right here, I didn't actually mention that, but you can see in the comments, someone always has me in terms of duration. I forgot how you actually do it, but it is 7 minutes and 21 seconds long Brawl Talk. So that's actually really not long. Brawl Talk is normally like, what is it, around a 10-minute mark. You can see even from a year ago, like 8. And these are some of the shorter ones. So this is going to be a very short Brawl Talk, guys. So just don't get your hopes up too much in terms of like long-term content, I believe. Just because there will be another Brawl Talk probably in a month's time. So we've seen last year, 26th of October. It's coming out tomorrow, 25th of October. So very similar. And if you take a look at last year again, the 8th of December, that's when the next Brawl Talk came out, so literally like a month later. So we can expect the same as well this year as well, because they like to do another Brawl Talk before the Christmas holidays, you know, brawler days, whatever you want to call it. They like to do another update because it's just so much hype, and it's of course where games and just in general, just a lot of spending, a lot of consumer spending. So a lot of games, a lot of like advertising, you know what I mean? That's where the money is, December. It's always been like that. So I wanted to quickly bring up a lot of points that Frank said here, because this really ties into what we can expect in future updates. And to be honest, I'm a little bit like unsure on where they're going to go with future updates. So it's kind of exciting because the roadmap, it is good, but then it also can kill the hype with a lot of updates, and it can also lead to a lot of expectations. You know, for example, me, I was expecting maybe an ability in this update, a new button. I was maybe expecting like a map maker update, maybe this update or the next one. So it's quite clear, you can see what Frank said, is that this includes map maker, and currently it doesn't have a timeline, which is why they've not published a new roadmap. So they're looking to cover this topic another time. And then I think he did say that he wanted to say something about it like late November or even December. So they are like, we do hear us. We want to kind of, especially because the game is starting to go downhill, a lot of people start to panic. So just getting this clarification from Brawl Stars, you know, they don't even have to do this. A lot of gaming companies do not do, or gaming publishers don't do anything like this. So I'm already very thankful to Brawl Stars for doing something like this. But also, we've got a key point right here. So if you don't know Quinn, he is a game designer for Brawl Stars, and he's also got his own board game coming out, which is pretty cool. But anyways, he did say we have a totally fresh experience to serve up with this update. Prepare yourself. So the biggest concern from the community and even from myself is that a lot of these collaborations, they are very cool. They're very cool. They're very well thought out, and you can tell that it does bring a lot of hype to the game. A lot of these collaborations are pretty much the same, as some of them just complete reskins. So there's a lot of like contests. There's like there's just like a bunch of new skins which everyone expects. There's also just the changing of the brawl boxes. There's new abilities which a lot of people are really starting to hate right now. I know a lot of the younger generation probably like that, but maybe even the younger generation are probably brain rotted by the amount of abilities, and then it just completely takes over ladder. It feels like you just can't escape from it. So yeah, we'll see. They say they have a totally fresh experience, so I'm excited about this. Maybe they've heard a community here and they're not going to do any abilities. I would be very surprised if they didn't, to be honest. I feel like they are still going to do abilities, but maybe they're going to make some cool new game modes. Maybe they're going to make some new like player versus computer experiences. I think that'll be pretty cool in terms of the lore behind Stranger Things. And again, he did say, do you want a hint? So let me zoom into it here. Do you want a hint? There's something key in common between collab design and his new board game, but that's all I can say. Brawl Talk is nearly here. So if you guys didn't know, he's Quinn, the designer for Brawl Stars. He's doing a board game, and it is a, I forgot what, yeah, it's a roguelike campaign. So I'm not really into that type of stuff, but after doing a little bit of I kind of do know. Doing a little bit of research, it's pretty similar to Dungeons and Dragons, and Dungeons and Dragons is literally what Stranger Things is. I don't know if it's based off it, kind of is based off it, but like, yeah, a lot of it intertwines. But it's very similar. It's very similar. So we could maybe expect like a roguelite experience in Brawl Stars with this update, a Dungeons and Dragons experience. It's something along those lines, which I'm excited for. But again, I haven't really got a lot of like thoughts on how that can work because I've never played Dungeons or played those types of games, unfortunately. Maybe I should get into them, but I'm excited. We need some new experiences in Brawl Stars. So, just kind of briefly summarizing what I think is going to be inside of Brawl Talk. Again, I'm not really expecting any new abilities, any new, like, sandbox experience, which I was hoping for with a map maker. I think it's mainly pretty much going to be the collaboration and maybe a few tweaks in between. And one of the biggest tweaks, which I'm just personally looking for, so I can hold on personally, if they do some really good balance changes and if they nerf hypercharges, they nerf a lot of these top meta brawlers. So these are just the usage rates in the recent LCQ. If they nerf a lot of these meta brawlers, I'll be happy enough. And you know, of course, the collaboration is very, very good, but I'll be still personally waiting for like a lot of substance in an update. So, but this will give me like a month. Like this will give me, okay, I've got enough content, I've got some good balancing, I can't complain. I can wait another month and wait for some like really long-term content here. And yeah, so if the balance the game is what I'm pretty much trying to say, it's a win for now. So I'm just hoping they really cook with nerfing hypercharges, nerfing a lot of these broken brawlers, because let's face it, the meta for a while has been pretty dumb, and I'm just really, really, really frustrated and pretty much over the, like I'm just completely lost in terms of people in the game, especially in ranked, like because there's so many broken purple button brawlers. It's like these players are thinking they're good at the game and they're not. They've just got this purple button that can get a team wipe, that can get multiple kills. It is not skillful whatsoever. So I'm kind of washed. I'm kind of, everyone is really good at the game because there's broken abilities. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss right now in terms of Brawl Stars balance. Also, what I really expect with this update is maybe some changes to the trophy system. So if you guys don't know, you probably don't even know what these icons are, but they're the new emblems icons, replaced tiers, replaced ranks. I think they just like, what, I didn't know what they were doing. Like, plain and simple, this looks absolutely terrible. I guess I tried something, but I think in terms of Brawl Stars, in terms of like, again, I didn't play Brawl Stars when I was at school. I was like 19, 18 when Brawl Stars came out, even in beta. But a lot of people, you guys probably know, in the playground, at cafeteria, at break, at lunchtime, whatever. Whenever you talk, when you used to talk about Brawl Stars back in the golden days, you talk about what kind of ranks you would have on your brawlers, right? Oh, I just got rank 30 on my Nita or whatever. I just got rank 35 on Colt. I did this, I did that. What rank are you? No, people don't talk about what tier they are. People don't talk about what emblems they are. You know what I mean? It's got no, I don't know what the word is, but it's got no discoverability. That's kind of like the key thing here. That you can't like hype this up, which is frustrating. We should just go back to the old rank system. I know that they didn't want to confuse trophies with ranks, but I don't think it's really that much of a confusion. Yes, you can say the rank twice, but you don't go rank. Are you inside of ranks? I mean, you kind of do, but people understand it. It's not confusing. They probably thought that was going to be confusing. Also, in terms of a new ability that I thought that was going to come with this update, it's probably not going to happen now, mainly because of the World Finals. So the World Finals are happening at the end of November. I'm trying to think of an exact date here. It is the 28th of November. You won't be able to see it on the screen because it's zoomed. Oh no, you can see it. 28th of November. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a new ability. I know hypercharges came out, I think, just before World Finals in 2023, but they disabled it, if I remember correctly. So they probably just don't want the same thing to happen again. It just creates a lot of confusion, right? If, you know, if the players aren't playing with the build that the casuals are playing on, well, just what we're playing on, not the casuals, what we're playing on, the live build. And to round things off, then, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's all I've got. I don't really expect, just because the Brawl Talk is 7 minutes 21 seconds long, I don't expect the Brawl Talk to all be that long. So there'll be a lot of like information we don't know about in terms of collaboration. It will be pretty cool, but I am hoping as a competitive long-term player that they do start listening to the community and making some long-term changes. So it's all well this collaborate, well, as long as the collaboration is something fresh and exciting. The collaborations aren't for everyone, and not everyone's going to like the collaboration, and not everyone's going to like the temporary content. So they do need to start making some longer-term adjustments for the long-term players. And one big thing that people will underestimate will be the balancing of hypercharges. I think that'll be a key change to Brawl Stars, but they can't just stop there. They need to keep elevating the game for those longer, more more competitive players. Yeah, I'm sorry, my voice is completely gone. I've been trying to rest in it, but I'll be streaming back on Monday, guys. I should be rested by then, so just to let you know, I don't know what's happened in terms of I got like a bug with my throat and my tonsils are swollen, and it's just really hard to speak for a long period of time, so yeah, I should be fine by then. Anyway, right, that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm excited for Strange Things. I really am. I'm just hoping for a little bit of something for everyone in this update. Right, that's gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.